All right, what is up, everybody? Divine Hood here, coming at you with another daily update on Bitcoin and the crypto markets. Not much has happened since my last video update here on Bitcoin, so I'm just going to go real quick over kind of what's happening with Bitcoin. We still do have this support below us with the local golden pocket, naked daily point of control, and point of control of our small range. That is this range here on the hourly, down in this area. And we are above the value area high, and it looks like we're trying to hold it and flip it to support to continue higher. Like I said, we could work our way up over the next couple days up to 93K, which is going to be our important test up here, the bearish back test of the value area low. All right, but what we can do is it looks like we're starting to form a range in this area here on the 15-minute chart. So we can take a parallel channel and we can go ahead and go from the highs of that little range there. We'll just make a parallel channel here. Let's turn it pink so you guys can see it better. And you can see how midline's being respected here. Midline was all resistance through here, broke above it, flipped it to support, came up towards the highs of the range, and we're trading around the highs of the range now. So we can look at this 15-minute channel and just trade this 15-minute channel here. And like I said, this is kind of our local support area. Or we could come down to the lows, SFP this low. We are starting to form now. We haven't made a higher high yet, but if we do make a higher high up into the top of this area, we could be forming some bear divs here locally on the 15-minute. We would have higher highs here. We do not yet, to be precise, and then lower highs here in the momentum waves. That would be some 15-minute bear divs, but so far they are not higher highs yet, at least not on Coinbase. So we'll just keep an eye on this range here. Looks like we're probably going to, after such a volatile day yesterday and earlier today, we're probably going to start to form a range here. Now, this is quite a small range, so it could absolutely increase up to like between these lows and the 93K area as well. That's about it for Bitcoin. All right, let's go on to Ethereum here real quick. Ethereum now, yesterday we did bust through this pitchfork band in this golden pocket, but we did not come down to our 786 in the bottom of the pitchfork here. You can see we front ran both the 786 and the bottom of the pitchfork just by a bit. But our prior lows, that was our SFP that we were watching. Let's go on to the hourly chart here. These prior lows of this 22-day range here are now kind of acting as resistance. We were looking for a possible SFP there. Of course, there was no reaction. So if you don't get the reaction on the SFP, you don't take the SFP trade. So that didn't play out. We kept dumping. Obviously, Bitcoin's dumping real hard. So are the altcoins. And you can see that we did reject from the band of this pitchfork up here, the upper part of the band. We're trying to hold the midline for a bit in here. Dumped back down. Saw a small bounce from the lower band here, and then we dropped. Once again, we front ran the bottom here. So I do think that it's possible that we could come down one more time to grab these lows into the bottom of the pitchfork. But on the other hand, Ethereum here has changed market structure. It has taken its high. Bitcoin still can't break hourly market structure here. And you can see here, we have seen a break of hourly market structure. I mean, I guess you could put it on this high and then you would say it hasn't. Yeah, that's acceptable too. But Ethereum is looking a little bit more bullish than Bitcoin here. Not much. I mean, we're just still kind of forming a range down in this area now. So we can just watch from like here in this area for a range to form. Wait for some support to be hit to look for a higher low if we want to long it, if we think the low is in, or this support just below us that was front ran. We can also look for this area here. Let me make sure that's there. And then let's bring this down just a bit. There we go. And we'll scoot this over. All right. And so that is what we're looking at here on Ethereum. Now we are reclaiming this pitchfork band here. So if we do come down and bounce from the bottom of the pitchfork band here, we might continue higher. This midline now is going to be acting as resistance around 26.13, 26, depending on how long it takes to get there, 26.10. That's our first local area of resistance. We can do a Fibonacci pull from these last big hourly highs down to our lows here. and our golden pocket is coming in around that pitchfork. It's a little bit higher, but we might see a wick up into the golden pocket and close an hourly at or below this pitchfork midline. Yeah, and then also what we can do is we can do another Fibonacci pull from the lows to the highs up here, these range highs that we had, and our golden pocket. Okay, let's look at this. So if we do a fixed range volume profile and we pull it of this area here, yeah, golden pocket's in our point of control there at about 2693 to 2712, 2713, actually closer to 2713. So that would be the next resistance. And also you can see the value area low of that range is aligning with our pitchfork midline. So I'd say our first local resistance, now this is just local here, is this area here, pitchfork midline, value area low. Let's mark this slash value area low. Okay, and then we have this area here, which is our golden pocket point of control. GP/PC. All right. There's that. I'm going to delete this 786. We already know it's in there. And then I'm going to delete this now because we know that's in there. All right. Now, if we lose this pitchfork, we're probably coming for these 2K lows down here, this area. If we start to drop to see a higher low, I do see also on a lot of these coins are forming kind of like this ascending channel that we're going through right now. Let me get rid of this range now just to clean up the charts. And we're going to look at the 15-minute chart here. We're going to go from the lows to the next higher low here up to our first highs. Let's actually bring it up to these highs here. Yeah, we're just trading in this ascending channel here. And let's go ahead and look at our volume here. Okay, let's go. Volume is, we're seeing a little bit of volume in the middle here, but overall it's getting kind of low up here towards the highs. So I wouldn't be surprised, at least if we drop to the bottom of the channel, which is also in this pitchfork band, see a bounce from the bottom of the channel, continue higher. But also, let's go ahead and turn that off. We can do our golden pocket pull from the lows to the highs. Yeah, okay, so golden pocket is a little bit lower than our pitchfork band, but if it takes some time, you can see our pitchfork band is aligning pretty close with our golden pocket here. And also we can pull a range here of volume profile, excuse me, like to here. And our point of control is aligning in this area. So I would say this is like local support, like between this area here, between 2418 and 2394. There we go. Now that's only local, guys, so be careful trading this, because if it starts getting dumpy again, this will break so quick that you won't even see a reaction, or you might see a 5-minute candle reaction, but that's it. Yeah, and then so we have this 786 and pitchfork bottom down here. This is between 2317 and 2288. And then, of course, the SFPs of the lows of the flash crash at 2116 is always something we watch. We only take this trade if the SFP is confirmed. And remember, we did front run. Actually, this SFP is not the flash crash lows. This is the other SFP, right, that we front ran on the flash crash lows. So I would look for both of those to be taken at the same time, though. If we're going to come down to that area, it's probably going to grab the liquidity of both of these SFP area levels, liquidity levels, at the same time. There we go. So 2150 to 2116, I would say that you want to see them both SFP at the same time. Yeah, I mean, Ethereum's just continuing to trade down. I created a pitchfork from its highs, just like I did with Bitcoin here. I hate how TradingView does this. Let me make this right. There we go. Okay. And let's zoom in. 15-minute chart. Yeah, all right. Pretty much still the same. So that's about it for Ethereum. Above us, pitchfork midline into the value area low. If we break that, we have our point of control into our golden pocket. And then if we do break that, these 2883 daily up here, we have quadruple highs up there now. And then our upper pitchfork band is around that area. So we have a lot of liquidity resting into that daily at 2883. Okay, that's it for Ethereum. I'm just going to go over some of these a little bit quicker here. Solana is trading in this 15-minute ascending channel, similar to what I just showed you on Ethereum. And you can see here, we do have our local golden pocket from the lows to our current highs right around a very key level. So I'm going to actually hide this. The golden pocket's at 137.7 to 137.22. But I'm going to go ahead and delete that real quick, and I'm going to hide this channel for a second, and we're going to zoom out, and I want to show you Solana. Yesterday, I did say there was a possibility we could drop to the pitchfork midline, and look at where we dropped into the pitchfork midline, but it's also the bottom of our big daily descending channel that I also went over in yesterday's video. The daily channel starts from the all-time highs, big, steep descending channel. And yesterday I said we could drop into this area right here at like 136, 137. And that's exactly where we're dropping into here. And so we are seeing a small bounce here. I do actually expect this to hold up a bit better. Even if Bitcoin goes to 85K, I think we're going to start to range around here because it's such a big support level. It's such a big pitchfork that's been highly respected for a majority of the bull run. And if we lose it, though, we're coming down to like 106 to like 100. But yeah, this level is nice. It's the bottom of our channel. It's our pitchfork midline. And even if we come down just a bit, our local golden pocket. So let's actually zoom back in onto the 15-minute, and I'll show you guys that. That local golden pocket pull is just our blue channel bottom and our pitchfork midline in red. So it's that perfect confluence here. So 137.7 to 137.2 is really a level that I'm going to be looking for long if I'm awake. Hopefully we can kind of range for a bit and look there. Now to the upside, we do have a golden pocket right at a new naked daily point of control. We have a new naked daily point of control at 158.61. And let's zoom out to the hourly chart. You can see if we do a golden pocket pull just from this last time we rejected here. Let's go on to the 2-hour chart. The last rejection we had up here down to our lows, our golden pocket is riding right on that naked daily point of control there. It's also our prior lows here at like around 161 before we made that little wave 4 in our double 1-2 impulse. So 158 to like 160 is our first resistance above us if we break the midline. The midline at 153, I do believe we have let me delete this. I believe we have a naked daily point of control around there as well. Let's check that actually real quick here. No, we don't. Okay. We do have one below us here at 140, 140.5. But yeah, you can see this naked daily point of control here in our golden pocket area. That is a very, very nice area here of confluence where if Solana pumps up to like this 158 to 160 area, I will be looking for a rejection here to continue down. But I am going to be looking for a higher low. So let me go ahead and turn this off. So if we have Solana do something like this, come up to here, reject, I would be looking for a higher low, like a golden pocket higher low, or maybe even something like this, break from here, flip it, come up here, and then come back down to back test that midline before finally breaking this thing up. Because this descending channel on the daily time frame is so steep that eventually this thing's going to break up, and when it breaks out of this channel, we could see some follow through. Now, hopefully Bitcoin's cooperating and Solana can kind of get that recovery, because Solana's been beat down really hard recently. And so that's kind of what I'm watching for here on Solana. If we break it to the downside, like I said, there's not much before that $106 to $100 level. If we zoom out here onto our daily chart, I mean, yeah, we don't have much there. These lows are at 120. You might SFP these lows, but our big SFP area is these lows right here at $110. So the SFP of 110, let's go back onto our 2-hour chart. The SFP of $110 into our band of support would be really nice if we do lose this. Now, I think we're going to start to form a range in this area here, but say we do lose it, come up, back test it, come down here, SFP that 110 into the pitchfork band, and then see that pump. That's what I would be looking for if we lose the pitchfork midline. Now, it's okay to see a little bit of wicks past it here and there. We're probably going to start to form a sideways range for a bit. But that's kind of what I'm watching for on Solana, and I'm looking for swing longs in this area, by the way. I did take a long from 136, and I took profit on it when I saw it starting to dump. I just closed out of it completely, and now I'm regretting that, because if I would have left some of that open, I'd be in pretty good profits right now, even though the move hasn't been that much. But I'll try to look for another entry at 137.2. And then if we do drop down here, I'll definitely be looking for a swing long entry down here at 110 to 110 to like 106, 105. All right, let's see. There's that. That's about it for Solana. Let's go to XRP. XRP has been holding up well. Someone mentioned that in the comments. And yesterday, in my video yesterday, I said the area I'm going to be looking to TP and get out of my short completely was at 214. Well, overnight, this thing kept dumping here, and it did dump down to our box of support, which was the big value area low, a golden pocket, and a swing failure pattern. So we got that, and I woke up to a complete TP on my short that's closed completely out. And now you see that we're bouncing here, but we're bouncing up to that weekly level, and we busted straight through that weekly. It was a fresh weekly until yesterday. Our point of control is also very close by that of this bigger range here, the entire upper range of this big channel here. So that point of control is a strong point of control, and we have that weekly there. So I'd say our first big resistance above us is this point of control here into our weekly. That is going to be from like 241.6 to 239.11. Let's do that. So that's going to be C/weekly. So point of control weekly there. And then also, if we do a Fibonacci pull, let's do it from these highs here. Yeah, our 0.5 is also in there. And here's the thing. If this is a impulse down, say this was our 1 wave, our 2 here, our big 3 here, the 4 wave, a very common target for the 4 wave is the 0.5. And then we could see one more 5 down. So this area here between 239 and 242, I think, yeah, 241.66 is our first level. Let's add here 0.5. Okay, and then if we break that to the upside, now that point of control is going to be strong, but if we break that to the upside, you can see our value area high of our range is still in this 786 area. Now that actually that 786 is no longer, we're not going to look at both those 786s. We're going to get rid of those. And let's see what else was in here. Okay, let's get rid of that. We have an anchored VWAP from the highs, from the all-time high, right next to our value area high. And let's also do a range pull from the absolute highs of this smaller range to our lows here. Let's go on to our 786. So yeah, the 786 is there. 786 value area high, anchored VWAP. This area in here is the next area of resistance here. And that is between 267.42 and 272.28. So let me get rid of this. That's going to be 786 value area high AVWAP. Okay, and now to the downside, this support has so far held. It's the value area low here, golden pocket and SFP. So we hit into that. So I'm going to delete that now because it could still hold again if we come down there, but we do have to be aware that now it's been tapped, and so it's less strong here. But if we lose that, we're probably going to come for these flash crash lows here into the bottom of the channel. Let's do this SFP here. So the SFP at 176 into like 166. That's kind of a long SFP, but we do see wicks like that on XRP. So, and then if that breaks, our daily down here into our macro 0.5. I've had this on the chart for a long, long time. This will make green. So, and that 0.5 is of the big impulse up. Like it's a 0.5 with a huge impulse up. So after you see a huge impulse, oftentimes you can correct to the 0.5. That's about it for XRP. I would really look and want to see this value area low of this larger range hold around 214. And let's zoom in real quick here and let's look at this little push. So all these coins are kind of making this ascending channel with low volume, which is concerning to me, which tells me that we might make new lows. But let's just speculate. We have our low here at like 206. Let's say that we come up to this point of control weekly area. I'll just put it right in the middle of the point of control weekly. So 786 is around the value area low, about 213.46, and I would look for this area to hold as a support. Maybe even the golden pocket in there. I know the golden pocket's a bit higher than the value area low, but I would be looking between the golden pocket and the 786. So if we turn on here, I'd be looking between this area for local support if you think a higher low is coming in. Now, I would only take this if I'm seeing local bull divs on the push down here. And like say over the next, just like we're pushing up real slow with each 12-minute candle, we're on the 12-minute. So say 12-minute candle, 12-minute candle, 12-minute candle, 12-minute, 12, 12, 12, 12. Maybe tomorrow morning we're coming down to this area and we're forming bull divs here between the 12-minute chart. That's when I would look to long that. All right, so that's it for XRP. And let's go ahead and look at Link. Link here. Now, earlier today, we were forming this ascending triangle. And if you know anything about pattern trading, an ascending triangle, your support is getting higher and higher each time, but your resistance stays the same for a bit. And you do have a higher likelihood to break that to the upside. So even though it was increasing with low volume, and I said, hey guys, we might break this down in the Discord, but I did say this is a bullish pattern here, and the bullish case scenarios, we break it to the upside, and we back test, and we want to break market structure here, which was our last kind of high area. Well, we have broken market structure, came back, made a higher low, and now we're trying to reclaim the bottom of the channel at 15.4 area. So let me, yeah, there we go. Here. All right, so let's zoom out on this for a bit. And I'm going to go ahead and delete this here. And we'll delete this MS break area. So you can see Chainlink has been trading really in this really big descending channel to the downside since its highs as well. Really nicely respected channel. Lows hit multiple times, bounce from the lows. Highs hit multiple times, 3 times, 4 times in here, 3, 4 times in here, 1 time here. This was the big dump we saw 3 weeks ago. We rejected to the dollar from the top of the channel, dumped all the way to the bottom of the channel. So you can see this channel is being really respected. To the dollar, wicked a little bit past it with the liquidations, but bounced from the bottom of the channel. Also came up to the midline, rejected the midline. Now we're back down. We dropped below the channel, but if you see a fake out of a descending channel to the downside like this, and you can get back in it and reclaim it and flip it to support, that's actually really bullish. We also have to remember between 15.5 and $15 was our macro golden pocket and weekly naked point of control, and that's why I was buying spot right at $15. I made sure and I did buy that spot. I had a limit order set there and my spot has been bought there. So if we come down here, do this and then back test this and flip it to support, we can absolutely come up to 20 easy, or we can look at a couple things here. So I do think we could, if we even pump up a little bit higher here and then come back to this, I'm going to be looking for longs in this area. But right now, remember how yesterday I said anytime you have a macro golden pocket and you lose it, oftentimes you'll come up to back test that golden pocket and it will act as resistance. So the golden pocket's not on the chart, but we're in the golden pocket. The golden pocket was from 15.5 to $15, and we're at pretty much 15.5 right now. So we're back bearishly back testing this golden pocket right now. If we can get back above it, it's bullish. If we reject from it, we're probably going lower to this 13.5 area, which is a more macro golden pocket below us. But let's go ahead and do a Fibonacci pull from the last highs here down to our lows. And let's look at this. So 786 is around 18.5. We're also going to do this fixed range volume profile pull of just this last 22 days here. Let's include the wick on this one because it's lower. So yeah, I guess what I would say is we have our 786 around our point of control and our golden pocket around the bearish back test of our value area low. So I know these areas are kind of close to each other, but I would say the first area of resistance up here at like 17.7 to 17.768 to 17.58, or really 17.4 to 17.73. This area here is our golden pocket. So first let's put this purple because it's resistance. So it's our golden pocket slash val back test. Okay, so that would be the first resistance we look for. Even if we come up here and reject, if we can make it up that high, what I'd be looking for is a push up here, rejection, higher low to come in, and then continue higher. And if we just did a theoretical fib pull from the lows up into this box, let's just say right in the middle of the box here, you can see our golden pocket would be the back test of that channel. Golden pocket 786 area would be the back test of that channel. So that would be actually really nice to see, to come up to there and then reject. Now that 786, let's do that pull again from here to here. 786 is around the point of control around 18.5, and then it's also around our channel midline, because this is going to take some time to get up there. So we have to speculate that our channel midline is going to be lower and aligning more with our golden pocket in 786. So let's go ahead and delete this now. We can mark this out as 786 POC. Come on. 786 POC, and then channel midline. Okay, and then above us still, we still have, now this SFP level is 19.86, is aligning absolutely perfect with our value area high. So what I would be looking for is the SFP still into this naked daily point of control at 20.5. Now, obviously, the golden pocket's not there anymore. The golden pocket has shifted down with our move down. But I would say the SFP, so I'd move this here. SFP of those quadruple highs, really. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 semi-equal highs into our naked daily point of control at 20.577. Let's go ahead and get rid of this here. But we'll also put value area high is in there. And SFP. Okay, so that's what I'd be looking for there. And then, of course, if we break that, we have a golden pocket. Now, that golden pocket's going to change as well, but we have a naked weekly point of control around the top of the channel, around $23, 23.2. But we'll tackle this first. We got to tackle this first. To the downside, this is our macro golden pocket. I showed you guys this in yesterday's video, and that's between 13.5 to 12.9. This area, let's go on to the daily chart here. And let me get rid of this little range, clean this up a little bit. You can see this golden pocket is from our $6 lows all the way up to our whatever $39 highs. So $30 highs, $31, $32 highs. So that's a macro golden pocket between our bear market lows and our current bull market highs. That is a very, very important golden pocket here. You can also see we have some daily lows, internal liquidity grab here at the bottom. I'm going to be looking to load up more spot in this area. It's also the highs of our previous accumulation range. You can see this range in here was an accumulation range before our expansion to the upside. So we have this accumulation, expansion, come back test that, can fly to the moon. So that's what I'm watching for. I will absolutely be looking to buy spot down here between 13.5 and 12.9. And if the bull market's over and we dump back down to like $10 or so, I'll just hold it. I'm comfortable holding this for a whole cycle if I need to, because I'm bullish on Chainlink. That's about it for Chainlink, guys. I mean, let's just keep an eye on it up here in this area. Holding this daily descending channel here and getting back into it is a bullish sign. Now, we don't have bull divs on the daily, but we do. Let's go zoom in onto the 4-hour chart. Okay, no bull divs on the 4-hour. It was one of them I was looking at, had some bull divs. 2-hour. No. I can't remember which time frame. Yeah, it was this 1 hour here. So we were seeing lower lows here and then higher lows on the momentum waves, and money flow was bottoming out here. So yeah, this here is looking pretty good. I would like to really start closing hourly candles back within this channel. You can see we really haven't. I mean, this candle, we closed it right at the channel support, but I want to see us start closing in there and then make our move up to 17.4. So that's what I'm looking at on Link here. And then let's go to the total market cap real quick. Let's look at how this did. Total market cap, guys, guess what? We finally came down. I've been talking about this level since November, to SFP these lows into the bottom of our pitchfork, and SFP these lows as well, these dual lows that we had here, into the bottom of the pitchfork. So we took both of the lows, the liquidity grab of both the lows into the bottom of the pitchfork, and guess what? We finally got that area, hit the golden pocket. Actually, we front ran the golden pocket. Did we really? Let's see, 4-hour. Yeah, let me delete this now. All right, I mean, it's very close. We did front run it. So if Bitcoin makes a low to 85K, we might actually come down to touch this at 2.78. But we've been looking for this forever, and finally we're down at the bottom of the pitchfork. Let's zoom out on this and show you how important this pitchfork has been here. By the way, guys, remember when we were hitting up in this band here, I was telling everyone to sell their altcoins. And we also on the total 3 market cap, I'll show you that. You can go watch the videos in November. See how this says confirmed here? I was telling everyone we were confirming weekly and daily bear divs here. I said, I am selling some altcoins here. I got a lot of crap for that. I got a lot of crap, but guess what? Altcoins were 50% higher than they are now when it was up there. And I sold not half my bags, half my bags or so. And everyone thought the altcoin season was about to start and we were going to triple the altcoins. And I said, guys, I see it on the charts. I'm going to sell some. If I miss out, good, but I've already made some profits. So, and we finally came down to this level that I've been looking for since up here. I've been looking for this. And when we did this, a while ago, I was like, dang it, we just front ran it. You can go back and watch those videos. Any video that has total 2 or total 3 in the title, go watch those way back when I first started my channel in early November. You can see that I was looking at this area, but also that I was taking profits at this area. Now, total 3 chart, same thing. The day we were coming up here and rejecting from the top of the pitchfork, I was telling people, not only in the Discord, but in my videos, guys, we're pretty much hitting the top of this pitchfork here. I am starting to take profits on alts. Total 3 chart is minus Bitcoin and Ethereum. I was starting to take some profits on alts when we were up here because this pitchfork has just been so well respected on the daily here. And I saw us towards a major top, and we chopped around this band for a bit, lost it, back tested it, lost it, back tested it, lost it, back tested it, finally dropped to the midline, wicked on that crazy crash all the way to the golden pocket. But now we were chopping around the midline for a bit, and now I would like to come down just a little bit lower to hit the bottom of the pitchfork band and our 0.65. Now, I don't know if that's going to happen because altcoins are already destroyed pretty much. But if we did that, if we did that, guess what? Alt season might kick off because we'd be seeing lower lows on the price action, higher lows on the daily momentum waves here. Oh man, if we came down just a little bit lower, hit into here, boom, bull divs on the daily for altcoins, man, maybe we could get that altcoin season. Now, I don't think the altcoin season is going to be hundreds of X's or even 10X's like some people think. Some people think Chainlink's going to $200 and Solana's going to 1,000. I don't buy it. I do think they can do 1, 2, 3X though. And I know I'm going to get a lot of crap for that because it does go against the 4-year cycle, but I just have to go with what I see here. Let's look at this real quick. I messed that pull up, but let me do this again. From the highs to the next lower high here. Let's try this one. Nope, I don't like that one. This first one here. Yeah, I like that. So check that out. Let me hide this pitchfork real quick so you can see that better. That is a nice channel here. Look at this. Midline respected, midline respected, midline, 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 midline. Yeah, it's nice. And we are bouncing from the bottom right now. So we could see a bounce legitimately on altcoins and on Bitcoin from where we're at. I would like to see a little bit lower, to be honest with you, just a little bit lower. And if once we see that, we'll then, oh yeah, this was that channel too. We were topping out at this channel, by the way, on the daily, hitting the top of the pitchfork and the top of the channel. Anytime you see that, that's a short signal for sure, or a TP signal for sure. Okay, so that is it. Let me get rid of that. All right, guys, I'm going to get going. Have a good one.